Hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I am also known as the Taropist, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader. Guys, we are just going to do a general collective message, whatever needs to come through here. For those of you who are not interested in my introduction that I'm going to go through here, you are more than welcome to click on the timestamp in the pinned comment below. For those of you who are interested in knowing more, again, I am the Taropist, and anything that you would ever need to know about myself or the channel, you can find either in the description box below, the channel description, or you can check out my community tab. Guys, you can also check out my website, which is www.theterapist.com. And I have the Zoom and FaceTime readings currently closed for the summer months, but I am still available. Um, this is going to be again a general collective reading. We are just going to freestyle and see what messages come through. Information wants to channel through. Usually, I do pick up on pretty specific messages, and so because I do channel specific messages, if you would like me to be more likely to pick up on your personal situation in this and future readings, don't forget to engage with the channel in some way in order to exchange or transfer your energy here onto the channel. Easy ways to do that, guys, are either by liking or commenting on any of the videos or any of the community tab posts. You can certainly always share any of my content. And my personal favorite, and I think the most powerful way for us to exchange energy or for you to get your energy nice and ingrained into the channel here is by clicking the little subscribe button below. Guys, if you are interested in subscribing to my channel and you would like to be notified when I do upload or go live, don't forget to hit that little bell notification icon to all. And let's jump right in here. We are going to start out with these energy oracle cards, it sounds like. I always just wing it. Let's see. Oh, no, those are the Moonology, but I am going to start out with the energy oracle. We have Happy Family. This feels very Ten of Cupsy. It looks almost like a Ten of Cups card. And let's get more. This does feel like a love reading, which obviously we weren't going to focus on, but if love comes up, I always do talk about it. This can be somebody you're actually married to or somebody you're going to marry, or I'm almost getting like they see you as marriage material, as the energy that I'm getting. And then door to value, by the way, I feel like your values are what are turning this person on or making this person feel very intrigued by you. There's something more about a financial situation, but we're going to get one more energy oracle card and then we'll go diving into the tarot as well. The World. There's something about availability on the world stage, door to romance. Okay, what is this? Because there's now the door to value, is that right? And the door to romance. I feel like somebody wealthy has their eye on you. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting here. This isn't going to resonate for everyone. And if you're not in the public eye in any way, that would probably be pretty impossible. Maybe not impossible, but it'd be harder. So, but that's the energy that's coming through. If somebody sees you as the one they would like to marry, and they do seem to be wealthy or possibly themselves in the public eye. What was that on the bottom? The Ace of Pentacles. Or there's a financial opportunity coming that's actually going to lead to the love of your life. This could be either, could be true. Okay, both, maybe even. Nine of Swords. Okay. King of Swords. Okay. This has come through quite a bit for you, you collectives. So I don't know who watches me. I guess it feels like the story keeps coming through. But it feels like somebody who has a professional space in the public eye. Something, it could be political. It could just be somebody who is seen as a guru, a genius, an expert is what I'm getting. Okay, that's the right word at what they do. And they could be in the public eye or just have quite a bit of, people that are aware of them. They definitely have an amount of a following of some sort, right? Again, this could be locally, but it feels large. So it feels like even if it's somebody in your local area that has a local following, I feel like there are people all around the world that know of this person and what they're uh, experienced or an expert in. However, whatever this is, it does feel a little public eye because it does feel like this is causing them to, well, I want to say they feel like it would approaching you for some reason would make them seem unprofessional is the energy that I'm getting here. However, it does feel like they're trying to manifest communication from you. I don't think you would know very clearly who this person is, by the way. There's no, I want to say, there's no surprise that your paths have crossed. So, and I think you felt that this person had a special spot or heart, a place in their heart for you. They do. Okay, let me get one more here. It feels like they have their eyes set on you. And again, it feels like they even consider you somebody they would like to start a family with, settle down and start a family with. Could be a Leo or a Capricorn here, Gemini, Virgo, also here Aquarius as well. The Devil card. Let's talk about this Devil card really quick because there's something about them feeling this. It's like they feel that this attraction could be a temptation that they're trying to refrain from or restrain. I'm gonna get one more tarot, and then we're gonna get some moonology as well. Oof, duh. The passion feels very heavy, okay? And it does feel like I said an opportunity for your entire world to change dramatically. Um yeah, it's like there's a guy, a famous guy, I don't know who it is, but he married like a bartender and it's so sweet. I think it's like Matt Damon or somebody, but I don't know if he's a sweet guy or if he treats her well or if he treats her like a piece of like a possession. I don't know, but this feels sweet. By the way, whoever this is doesn't want to own you. It feels like they actually look up to you quite highly, whatever it is you're doing or creating in your life. It feels like they look up to whatever it is you're creating and they see you, they kind of have you on a pedestal. But even so, they do feel like it's inappropriate to approach you the way they want to. But I do believe, by the way, I don't believe. It does say here that there is going to be some action taken. They're going through like a process of this, the Nine of Swords is about overthinking or worry or sleepless nights. It's like they're spending their nights literally strategizing or trying to think of how they could possibly approach you without it being inappropriate. By the way, I think this person just needs to remember that they're human. It seems as simple as that. However, they do feel superhuman. Okay, they feel like they do have some sort of powerful gift that they share with the world and are very successful. And that could be you, by the way. You could also be very successful and have a powerful gift that you share with the world. And maybe actually that could be the vice versa, by the way. This message could be backwards. There could be somebody who wants to approach you, but they're afraid that it would be inappropriate because you're in the public eye. By the way, it feels like somebody that's actually meant for you. So it's not like a stalker or, of course, people being in the public eye, usually there's a bit of magnetism that is innate within them in order for them to captivate an audience to share their message with the world. So there's like you attract everyone or they attract everyone, but this does actually feel like a genuine connection that is afraid that the attraction is that magnetism, right? So I think that's healthy, that fear that there's something like, okay, but is this just because they're highly magnetic or is there actually something real here? And I think that's a healthy question. And this sweet song keeps coming through. If it's a question of my heart, you got it. Yeah, there's somebody that is madly in love with you. And again, you can reverse the roles, but I'm going to say it like this because this is how it feels. And it feels like they're the one in the public eye, but you could both be, or just you could be, and they're afraid of approaching you. I feel like, yeah, again, this is a real match. So this isn't something like, again, I'm very barely in the public eye, and there are a lot of people that feel connected. And I have felt a connection with others in the public eye because you're being drawn to that person for the message that they're relaying. And I think that's what this person is going through. Like they're afraid that this connection is that, or they want to do this as healthily as possible, so they're afraid. It's like they're waiting to know for sure that this is more than just a magnetic pull because of the high magnetic attraction that they hold or something like that. Communication is key. Yes. And so some communication just needs to happen at this point. Like I said, I think you already know who this isn't going to be somebody that's plucking you out of the crowd. It actually kind of feels that way by or so world and there it cut out for a minute there, but I would say if you are the one that if they're the one in the public eye that is afraid of approaching you because they think it'll be inappropriate, or they're the one that's more successful and in the public eye, I would still say that they're the one that who needs to do the approaching again, because you approaching them is going to feel similar to anybody else approaching them, and then they're going to have to wonder. They do feel magnetically drawn back to you, whether you're in the public eye or not. So again, they know of you already, you know of them already, and they do see you as somebody they would like to settle down with. And it feels like you're going from paycheck to paycheck to never needing to worry again. And I hate to give out that information. So, but the reality is that that is a possibility for all of us at any time. And that doesn't have to be by way of some, big daddy or fucking daddy warbucks. This can be by way of a universal shift that happens in your own, whatever it is you're creating, and you become abundant. But this feels like a love situation that where you're literally changing. Another story is coming up from when I was a child, and I grew up in a very wealthy town. Me and my family were very poor, but all the kids at school, they didn't quite know early on the difference between poor and filthy rich, so they didn't judge those things. And I had some very wealthy friends. And this is such a weird story, and I wonder if you guys are listening, okay, the people that I grew up with, because this is what it feels like. But me and all of my friends got dropped off at, by our own parents, got dropped off at her mansion, she had like an indoor pool and lived on a big lake. But then one of the moms and the father, whose house we were getting dropped off at, the one with the huge house and pool and whatever, they like immediately, and upon eye contact, I could see it. I was a baby. Must have been like 8 years old, 9 years old. And I watched the spark happen between the two of them. And she was a single mom at the time, struggling single mother. And her life changed for the rest of time. 35 years later, they're still together and happily ever after. That's what it feels like. Okay, guys, that's not always going to be the case. What I'm going to say to you is, if this situation is coming in for you, it's because for you haven't settled for convenience, or you haven't settled for something that isn't love in order to become stability, to gain stability from another. You've stayed single and fought through every single fight that there was to fight on your own. Maybe you even do have children, but because you have never like even considered using somebody for their resources, the divine is bringing in your reward, baby. There's like there's so many resources coming in. And of course, if you're not interested in love, this could just be coming in by way of a huge rush of success in whatever it is you're creating. But for most of you, this feels like a very romantic from rags to riches situation where somebody is going to come in, the love of your life. It's not just somebody. So the love of your life is coming in the moment you actually see each other. Maybe you've met in person, maybe you haven't. I know you have an eye on each other already, or you've certainly already crossed each other's paths, whether it be online or in person. It's like there was a spark that was undeniable, and they have not stopped thinking about you since. And again, whether that path was crossed virtually or in person, they are head over heels. Okay, that's what it feels like. And it feels absolutely wonderful, like a shift in your reality. Okay. I love you so much, and I am excited for you, and I hope you have a great day, and I hope this recording didn't cut out too badly. If you are still around, go ahead and hit that like button, and I will see you very soon. Mwah.